Are you holding an iPhone right now? Have you ever wondered about the insane technology used in Apple's iPhone factories to get that iPhone in your hands?
Evolution of our original founding design. An aluminium body and formed sheet of glass describe a singular shape.
At the end of 2020, the net worth of Apple was easily $65.34 billion, and it won't be wrong to say that it is easily one of the biggest competitors in the technology market. With their net sales amounting to $365.82 billion in their 2021 financial year, Apple is considered a tycoon when it comes to technology. But have you ever thought about the phone in your hand? Oops, I mean the iPhone in your hand? Have you ever thought about how it was manufactured? How much time does it take? Where was it manufactured? Where was it assembled? Where are its spare parts from? What's up, everyone? Welcome back to our channel. And today, we're going to tell you all about what goes on inside Apple's iPhone factory. So make sure you stick till the end of the video to find out a lot of interesting facts and things you never even knew about your iPhone. First of all, what is the reason behind every person's first choice in mobile phones being an Apple iPhone? The answer is the durability and the quality of the device. A strong core, regular updates that keep its system as fresh as a new iPhone, and undeniably remarkable performance. All of this sum up to a very impressive and apparently quite in-demand phone, aka the iPhone. I mean, there is a reason why so many people are willing to pay thousands of dollars just to buy the latest model of the iPhone. In fact, people are actually looking forward to the next release by the brand, and every time it is simply a hit. If you have ever bought an Apple product, while getting rid of the packaging, you might have seen a note somewhere that says that this Apple product was designed in California. But here's the twist. Only designing it isn't what is needed to execute the production of an iPhone. To make the long story short and less complicated, there are two major concepts: assembling and manufacturing. Unlike its extremely close competitor Samsung, Apple doesn't manufacture the processors and other key parts needed in the iPhone. Instead, it employs other companies to do that. About 200 companies manufacture the spare parts that are needed in an iPhone. These spare parts include memory chips, processors, glass screen interfaces, castings, camera lenses, and so on. And where are these companies located? To manufacture the spare parts that are used in an iPhone, several companies in South Korea, Taiwan, China, Japan, Germany, USA, India, and so on are chosen. Some of these companies include Wistron, that manufactures printed circuit boards, and Luxshare, that produces AirPods. Now, manufacturing the spare parts is one thing, and assembling these spare parts to create one perfect iPhone that will be used by the user for God knows how long is another thing. Where does the assembling procedure take place? The headquarters of Apple usually opt for East or Southeast Asia, where the employment conditions are easier to comply with and people are more desperate for labor. The price of labor isn't that high, and the quality of labor is also ridiculously high. So for Apple, this is a win-win situation. And usually in Southeast Asian countries, these components of an iPhone are arranged and assembled. Two of the key manufacturing companies for Apple are Foxconn and Pegatron. Foxconn is pretty much the biggest manufacturing company of Apple, and the production and shipping of spare parts from this company is on a stupendously large scale. In China, the Foxconn manufacturing facility is spread across 2.2 million square miles and is also known as the iPhone City.
And with Apple's reputation under fire, we're most interested in the people who build their complex gadgets one tiny piece at a time. As a whole, it's an incredibly complex process, but look at the individuals and you see mostly teenagers from the countryside, 17, 18-year-olds far away from very poor homes.
In fact, in 2010, the main purpose behind launching this manufacturing facility was just to supply spare parts and the components needed for an iPhone to Apple. The provincial government approved this major step and provided a quite healthy fund of $600 billion. In the iPhone City, there are at least 350,000 employees, and sometimes the job of an employee can be as easy, boring, or repetitive as screwing a certain part of the mobile device, or placing a special part in the backside of the phone.
Her name is Xiao Ying. She's a 27-year-old mother of two, and she makes a living slicing apples.
Whatever it is, it works out. How? Well, the fact that 500,000 iPhones are produced every single day by the Foxconn iPhone City in China says a lot about the impressive performance and feedback. Each worker there works a 12-hour shift, and there are 94 production lines. Both Foxconn and Pegatron happen to be Taiwanese. When the iPhone parts are assembled and the manufacturing and assembling process is finished, the product is carefully placed on top of a transparent fireboard and is carefully transferred to the shipping trucks that are waiting outside the factory. The gate of the factory is a few hundred yards away from the manufacturing and assembly area. After they cross the gate, their next stop is the custom facility where the iPhones are brought. The custom facility provides a little relaxation and flexibility to Apple for tax matters, and after that, the phones are distributed to the different affiliates. These affiliates further sell the phones to Chinese consumers and users. In fact, the Chinese market is the first market that gets to entertain the freshest product from Apple. The custom facility in China delivers these iPhones to Apple's affiliates, and then that is where the entire chain begins. Years ago, personal computers used to be shipped from China to America through ships. But since mobile phones are extremely small, light, and portable, it happens to be an advantage for shipping and transferring large numbers of mobile phones at the same time. On top of that, ships aren't even needed anymore. Large quantities of iPhones are shipped by planes, which happen to be both cost-effective and environmentally friendly to some extent. One flight can easily carry more than 150,000 iPhones that are safely tucked into its aluminum canister and are handled with gentleness and extra care, because everyone knows how infamous the cracked screens of iPhones are. In the last few years, the airports in China have expanded as well, and it provides a very beneficial opportunity for Apple exporters and carriers as well. After taking off, the next stop of these planes is usually Alaska, where they refuel and recharge. After re-energizing and buckling up, the next stop for these jets is Louisville, Kentucky, where the professionals and designers take a final look at the iPhones and reroute them to their final destinations. As compared to an American iPhone user, a Chinese iPhone user pays a lot extra because of its availability, the fluctuation in the Chinese currency, and of course, the exclusiveness of the phone. For example, a 32GB Apple iPhone 7 costs about $776 at the Apple Store located in Shanghai, but in New York, the same iPhone costs easily $649. Now do you get our point when we say that the Chinese consumer has to pay a lot more than the American one? The Foxconn plant in China has proven to be extremely useful for the local population as well. To facilitate its workers and to keep the people around happy, new roads, bridges, and facilities have been provided. This not only improves the lifestyle of the workers, but also adds to the entire image of the area and provides positive marketing for Apple. As we mentioned earlier, the manufacturing plant is called the iPhone City, and that is pretty much an actual city. With 10 million residents and most of them being workers, they have also provided a very efficient and comfortable housing program. The workers live in dorms that are situated in buildings. Each building is 10 to 12 stories tall, and right outside the iPhone City, there is a large market as well. Several vendors, stalls, and clothes shops are located there, and people find that area extremely hot and ideal for their business. Whether it's clothes, books, food, or anything else, everything can be found outside the iPhone City. In fact, with a jaw-dropping population of 1.3 million employees, Foxconn has made itself famous by being China's biggest private employer. But despite being extremely famous, successful, and well-facilitated, Foxconn has faced backlash more than a few times thanks to accusations of poor working conditions, employee abuse, and harsh penalties for workers. Alright folks, that was all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Also, an extremely important question. Are you the owner of an iPhone right now? And if you are, which model do you have? Are you satisfied with the phone's performance? Tell us your answers in the comments section below. And if you have any questions, suggestions, or requests, write everything in the comments section. We will be back soon with another video. Until then, check out the other content on our channel. If you are wondering how an iPhone compares to Tesla's Pi phone, click on this video right here on the screen to learn all about it.